be about the telephone, the invention of the telephone, or the incandescent light bulb. And so I was like, well, what do all reporters do? They all interview the person that they're, researching, which of course we cannot do that. So I was like, well, school AI. And so I created 2 spaces, one for each, and I inputted information from the text that was in our CPLO unit and put that in there. And it was very strict, like you can only use these passages, you can only use the information from there. And we also, so then the kids dived in, they had a blast. Not only did it work through interviewing, and it talks to them as if they're Alexander Graham Bell, and it was really cool, but it also walked them through the process, like the writing process. So it helped them learn about like how to quote someone. So it was like, this is a great quote, incorporate in your writing, and so it had the kids write it down. It also kind of reminded them to brainstorm, so and you can see like one of my kiddos is up there working on it right now. He's writing down his thoughts and ideas that he found, those important information. And it was just really cool. But I was just telling Nadine the other day, the problem with doing 2 separate spaces is I then had to monitor 2 separate spaces, where then I was like, I should have just put these together. So actually for next year, I'm going to take them and just make it both, like all one space, where then they just say who they're interviewing. Like, I want to talk to Alexander Graham Bell, and then it will kick in. And then, there's one more. Yeah. And so like, one of my favorite things to do is exit tickets, because it's a real quick view of what kids know. So like at this very top picture, you'll see like there were 4 questions on the exit ticket. I put the passage in from our CKLA unit, and I said, give me 4 questions talking about the themes of friendship, loyalty, like I named off the things that the focus for that piece was. It gave me questions, and then went in and said, hey, change question 2. Or, hey, let's change the choices in this one, they sound a lot of similar, things like that. And then sent it to the kids. As they answered, you'll see on the left under progress, it shows you how they're progressing through it. So in the moment, my kids who are getting all 4s, I'm like, you're gone, go, do something else. And then I've got my ones who are really struggling. I'm gonna check, I can quickly view how their chat's going. I can check in with them right in that moment. And it's such a great tool to just be able to work with them in the moment to do those things. And my other favorite is when I'm doing things at the last minute, because that's my life, is remixing other people's great things. So we just finished a Vikings unit, and Vikings and Norse God unit, and someone else had created this interview with a Norse God, and I went in and remixed it for 3rd grade and sent it to them, and it was kind of a, when you're done with all this, you can go and enjoy it. They had a blast. They chose their God, they could switch. Oh, is it working now? Okay. Now I got chocolate. And the same thing for this creating a Thanksgiving Day balloon. We were learning about the Thanksgiving Day parade right before Thanksgiving. And so they created a balloon in School AI, like through conversation. And then I have access to Padlet. So they copy and pasted their, what they created in School AI into the AI image generator in Padlet. And it created pictures of an actual balloon that described what they had. And then they filled in, like kind of talked about their balloon and why they picked it. So